For a walk up to the Waterpark, and the main street is there behind me. So you just come right up the main street until you get to the Las Palmeras Centre, which is just a shopping centre. Got various different shops in it. A lot of some of them designer, some of them just high street like Mango, various Guess, Skechers, Quicksilver, various places like that. And then this is the main street that you would normally come up. So from wherever your hotels are or whatever, come to the main street. There's the centre, and then you want to head straight up there on the furthest part of the road, and it's on the left hand side. Probably takes about a 10-minute walk maybe from where we were on the front. Very much depends on where you're walking from really, but it's not too far, as I say. Well, from where we were on the front, near the beaches, probably 10-15 minute walk maybe from there. Maybe from the harbour it would probably take about half an hour, and any of the places on the main street it's really not going to take very long at all. And you come to this big roundabout. You can see it. Oh yeah. So this is the main roundabout, I think, that takes you in and out of Corralejo. So it's the very, very top of Corralejo. Yeah. About to come out onto the outskirts. Right, we can cross. See, there's some sort of like play area thing there. Not quite sure if it's open. And you can see one of the slides up there. And then that is your main entrance up there, where you can see the figure outside. That's obviously a character, and I can't remember what the character's called. Yeah, you go through the shop to get to the beds.
This is it, you get all the rubber thingies.
Hire these. I think it's €5, well, €10, you get €5 back to get one of these, to go on some of the rides, but we've not needed them, have we?
There's only like 2 rides that you go on, really, I think, that has them, so it's better just waiting for them.
The other ones you just have to wait, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if you prefer to buy them, that's fine.
So here we are, we've got our beds, we've got all the water park behind us. We've managed to get a few beds with a bit of shade as well for later, which is a really good idea because we've got a 2-day park ticket for the water park. The first day that we came, we just got some normal beds, didn't really think about the shade. And actually, if you get a really sunny day, which most of the days have been, and it can be really, really hot, you definitely need some shade at some points. It's a very good idea. But yeah, water park's behind there. And then that's what we were talking about before in terms of the dinghy boats that you can hire. So you pay at the shop, you pay €10, you get €5 back when you hand it in at the end. But we've not needed it because all they're for is to go on rides with those specific dinghies, which I think is only a few rides anyway. What you need to do on all of the rides is you just wait for the dinghy, so when someone's come off, you get the boat thing after they're finished, and then you go queue up for the ride. And we never had a problem last time, and it was really, really busy. The park was full. There wasn't a sunbed that wasn't taken up, so it was definitely busy then. So yeah, I don't think you really need to buy them. I think you can just queue, you know, get the dinghy when someone's finished, go on the ride yourself, put it back away, move on to the next ride. And it saves carrying those around with you everywhere you want to go. There is lockers as well, but all the main bags with the main things in it, because I don't really go on the water rides, go on a couple. Emily's going to get me on the dark ride straight away. But basically I've just carried the main bag with me around. Then I've come and sat down for a little bit and just had a little rest while they've been, Emily and the dad have been on the park and things, all the rides, so it's not a massive deal carrying your bag around with you really. But there is lockers if you've got valuables and you want to put them in there. But yeah, we'll talk a little bit more about the park as we're going around it. Little kiddies ones over here, which Emily can't go on now because she can't be 12 and go on them. The ones in the middle you can go on. There's the tubey ones, zigzags, and there's kamikaze, and there's ones at the end, and then the big yellow one. So we're going on the black and red one, me and Emily. I can't say I'm really looking forward to it.
I'm so excited because I've been on it so many times. It's so much fun. It is really cool.
I've been on it before. Came 3 years ago when we came.
Yeah.
I did go on it then, didn't I?
A bit hard on your feet.
Yeah.
Right, let's go.
Let's go.
Come on, let's go.
Intense. The black and red one there. So it's a dark ride. Really good actually. You can probably hear me screaming though the whole way down. The beginning of it was really fun, but then it started to make me feel a bit sick, and then it turns, goes the other way and drops a little bit, and it was at that point I was just screaming my head off. But I don't do water rides, and Emily was pushing to go on. She goes on with her dad quite a lot, but I'm not a fan of water rides really. That was actually really good. It was good. I would actually go on again, even though I did feel a little bit scared and a bit sick, but I would go on again. So for these slides here, the ones where you need the dinghies, I think it's just the black and red one that you need the dinghy for. The blue and yellow, the orange and green, I think you just go down yourself, but they are a little bit rocky where you slide from side to side quite a lot, so they're not really what we like to go on. But the black and red one, you just get the dinghies from here, so when people have finished, they pop them on the stick, and then you go and you queue up, you go steps up there, right to the top, and then it's your turn, and then you just put your dinghy back on there. And as I say, the other two slides you just go on as you are, without a dinghy. And then you've got big slides at that side, and I think Emily and her dad are going to go on the black and red one, and then they're going to go on this one here. So I'll capture some more when they're on that one. On the slide. Hi! And I think her dad was just coming down the big kamikaze at the same time. So just to talk about the tickets here, how you get everything and what you should buy, etc. So we just turned up to buy the tickets, so you don't have to book them online or anything like that. Maybe before, in line with COVID and things, maybe you had to, but definitely now you can just turn up. It opens at 10 and it closes at 6. That's certainly in summer season. Winter season it might be slightly different. But yeah, if you turn up at 10, definitely recommend coming earlier, even a little bit before 10, because the first time we came, which was last week, we came a little bit late. It was maybe like 20 past 10, and it was quite quiet, got busy quite quickly though, and it was busier that day, but today it was much busier at 10 o'clock because there was a few buses and coach parties, and obviously try and get people here for 10 o'clock, so definitely if you come, I don't know, maybe 10:15 to 10 or something like that, just to get in the queue, and then you might find that there's no queue whatsoever, and then you can just get straight in at 10 o'clock. And as I've mentioned before, definitely get your beds. It's a big key, and definitely an umbrella to get that shade. And again, what I was saying to you about the dinghy boats, you don't really need to get the rings. You can just literally wait at the end of the ride, get one, and then you put it back at the end of the ride. So I don't think there's really anything else that you need to really buy, to be honest. Ticket-wise, I think it's €29 each person, so that's for an adult, and anyone over 12 is an adult, so Emily had to pay adult prices. But for a second day, it's only another, I'm sure it was something like €8 or €9 or something more. Well, overall, it would have cost us €90 for the three of us, so near enough €30 each for one day, and it was 114 for 2 days. I think if you just buy a one-day ticket, I think although there is a lot to do and it's a lovely park, lovely water park, nice, nice rides, there's a lovely fun kiddies part as well, like just little tiny slides and little things for kids, and then for older ones obviously bigger rides, so there's plenty to do, so it's really good. But I think €90 for three of us is quite expensive, but I think getting a 2-day park ticket is a lot better. That definitely makes it worthwhile purchasing that. And the 2 days, all we did is we just arrived on the first time we came, as I say, queued up to buy the ticket, bought the 2-day pass ticket there, because if you buy the 1 day and then try to buy the second day later on, it costs a lot more money. It's something like €17-18 each more. So for definite, it's well worth at the time of your first visit. Purchase the 2-day park ticket. What they do is they give you a little ticket, just a piece of paper, you write your names on it, so 3 people on there, write your full names. They did ask us to bring documentation when we came back, so ideally something like a passport. Well, they said we could take a picture on our phone of ourselves, but we didn't want to risk that, so we just brought passports as well, just to be on the safe side, as well as your ticket, which is your 2-day park ticket, as I say. So yeah, definitely bring photographic evidence of yourself. But then when we did come in today, they didn't ask us for it. But it's one of those things, isn't it? If you're coming from a hotel and you're travelling a little bit, you don't want to get here and then be refused your second park day. So definitely photographic evidence is what they ask for technically. So as long as you've got that and your ticket, you get in for your second day, you don't have to pay any more, you've just paid it up front. So it's definitely worth doing. Like if you were coming for a 2-week holiday, or even 10 days, or even a week, to be honest, if you like water parks, then I think fitting 2 days in at the water park is pretty good. There's lots more other things to do as well. If you just like sunbathing, if somebody likes the water park and somebody doesn't, as long as you've got the bed straight away, then somebody else can just sunbathe and read and chill out as you would do around a pool, really. So, but really good atmosphere. We're really enjoying the day, and as I say, that explains a little bit more about the ticket. So a 2-day ticket is definitely well worth it, more value for your money, really, because I think 1 day, as I say, does prove a little bit more expensive, but if you're on holiday and you just want 1 day, then it's still perfect. Emily on the lazy river? You alright? Wow. I have been on it a few times before, but nobody wants to see me getting on and off one of those. Definitely not. Recommend as soon as you come in though, get some beds here in the sun. We've got 2 more in the shade under the brolly, so that's really useful, because quite a few people that are arriving later on, there's then no beds left. Certainly on our first day when we arrived, there wasn't many beds at all whatsoever, and also if you don't think about where you need to be, the first time we arrived, we got beds and we were literally squashed between other people, which I didn't feel as comfortable. It's actually a really good spot because you're right opposite the lazy river, You know where all the amenities are, and it's not too far from any of the rides, and you are pretty much more on your own really. So we've got the brolly up there, and then those two beds, this one here, and it's just where the entrance is, just there, the dinghy hire, and then the lazy river right in front of us here. So I think it's a pretty good spot where we've got. You can see quite a lot of the water park. The pool bar is just right ahead. Various bits of food, drink, snacks. And then behind over here is, I think, one of the main self-service restaurants. But yeah, I think definitely a good spot here. So literally just opposite where you come through. Quite useful, rather than at the other side the beds are quite squished all together, so you're literally in a big long line. So it's definitely worth picking your beds first. Pick where you want to be later. Because when you finish those water rides, or when you're really, really hot or burning, you definitely want a bit of shade. Fuerteventura is definitely known for the rays of the sun being very, very, very strong. Even on cloudy days. Our first day here, when we came to the water park, was cloudy, and we definitely caught the sun, definitely. We didn't really burn, but we definitely caught it a lot. We didn't think that you probably would be, but after 20 years of coming here, we should know now really. We always use high factor sun cream anyway, so for Emily, she's always on a 50, where I was on a 30. It's a self-service restaurant. I think they do like bingo and games and things like that. Then you've got the wave pool,
which there is certain times.
Yeah, at the moment, well, it might change time year to year. No, it won't be day to day, will it?
Week to week then, really, on month.
On month, like season, that's what I was trying to think of. Yeah, what I mean is like in winter it might be different to summer or whatever, but maybe not. But at the moment, it's, I think, 12, 2 and 4, isn't it? So it's every 2 hours. This pool, the waves start from sort of underneath here, and hopefully we'll get in there later. Yeah, and this is part of the lazy river.
Yeah, which goes all around, like,
yeah, all the way around there. And then we've got all the water slides in the background. Got the pool bar there, which it's not too bad. You can get fries, about €3, bottles of water, maybe €2, soft drinks and things. What did you get, a slush?
I got a slush
last time.
I think it was it
€5 for an extra large,
yeah,
and 3 or something for a small one, so quite reasonably priced. You're not supposed to bring food in here anyway, but odd little snacks will probably be okay. And we brought a little bit of water and a couple of snacks anyway, but you can get other food. This is the kiddies pool and kiddies water park section, just the other side of the lazy river, and next to the pool bar over there. I'm reckoning probably 6 and under, maybe something like that. So that's really cool for little ones. And then in the background there's like a little building, and there's games and things for playthings for little ones to do. So it's not just the slides and water things. I think there's other things for kids to do too. But lots of good things for different ages really here, because you've got the big slides for older ones and chilled out ones for families, and then you've got little rides and little play areas for more tiny children. So I think there's a lot to do really. Chilled out music as well, what more can you want? Nice sunshine. Wave pool behind me. Emily's somewhere around there. Ah, there she is. this slide here is the kamikaze, so I'm going to film Emily's dad on that because Emily don't want to go on it, and neither do I. Here he is, just about to go down. Kamikaze. So we can't see the camera because the sun's so
well, we
shiny.
can a little bit. But yeah. You've got a little Aqua.
Okay, we've got the sign there. Hopefully you've got us in it talking. Oh, how much of a wonderful day have we had?
It's been such an amazing day. It's
Really
been so
good,
much
hasn't
fun.
it?
Yeah.
Really good value for money, definitely for 2 days. I mean, for 1 day, I think maybe it is a bit expensive, but
We've had lots
but
of
it
fun
is
here.
really fun. But for 2 days Waterpark, I think that's really good.
Yeah.
And Emily managed to get on this ride here. Didn't quite make it on the recording of the button of the video, but she made it on the very last slide of the day, didn't she?
I was the very last person.
Half an hour before they close everything off, so they rope it all off, and Emily just was the last person to get
Well,
in.
they roped the slide off, but he let me go.
And then you got on that one, didn't you?
Yeah.
And the dark ride was really fun. We didn't go on a couple of the other ones that we didn't really want to go on, but
it's okay, we enjoyed
and your
it.
dad went on kamikaze, didn't he, quite a few times, and he went on the end ride as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was lots of fun. We had such a lovely time.
Had such a fun time. It's been amazing.
Yeah, really amazing. Closing time. All the lifeguards come out to say adios.